Hello, my name's Suzie Thomas. I'm the Associate Professor for Cultural Heritage Studies at the University of Helsinki, and in the next few minutes I'm going to introduce the concept of crowdsourcing to you. So crowdsourcing is a type of activity that falls within the broader spectrum of activities defined as citizen science. This is basically mobilizing the citizens, the communities, to get involved in scientific research in different ways. Citizen science can be a physical activity, for example, taking place in the field or in laboratories, but it can also be a digital experience, and crowdsourcing especially is one form of digitized citizen science. So I'm going to go through a couple of different definitions that have been put forward for this. First of all, Ethan Wottrell from Michigan State University says that crowdsourcing in the heritage space, crowdsourcing generally involves soliciting public contributions for a variety of activities, including transcription, annotation, and pattern recognition of digitized or digital materials. So crowdsourcing can essentially be a form of volunteer activity or voluntary action, but it can take place at different times. So rather than having to be committed to an organization, for example, having to turn up in person to a museum or another institution to volunteer, you can do this in your own time and online. So it's a very flexible way of sort of satisfying that wish to get involved with something and to help. And it can be done to a very small amount, or you can spend a lot more time on it depending on the activity and how much you want to get involved. Now, within crowdsourcing, there's also the concept of crowdfunding, which is within the sort of larger umbrella of crowdsourcing. And according to Chiara Banacchi and her colleagues of University College London, they say that crowdsourcing is the collection of information, services or funds in small amounts and from relatively large groups of people via the internet. When crowdsourcing allows attracting venture capital online, it is also known as crowdfunding. So crowdfunding essentially is a form of crowdsourcing where you're donating financial assistance. So a very well-known example of this might be the Just Giving website, for example, where people can set up pages and encourage others to donate money to them, maybe for charity or for a business startup or something like that. So just to give one very quick example of crowdsourcing from here in Finland, and this is an archaeological example, I want to present very quickly Find Sampo, which is funded by the Academy of Finland and is being worked on as a collaboration between Aalto University, the University of Helsinki, and the Finnish Heritage Agency, or Museovirasto. We're developing a reporter app, a prototype, which is something you can have on your mobile phone. This is for members of the public that are finding archaeological material, for example, on farmland, or using a metal detector so that they can report immediately the exact location, photograph of the find, and other important details. There's also in development a portal for searching and researching the discoveries. So the idea is that this crowdsourced material from the public can contribute meaningfully to the production of archaeological knowledge about Finland's past, and it can be researched by people within Finland and also abroad. And it's been created collaboratively based on input from metal detectorists as a main user group, but also professional archaeologists and other potential future user groups such as museum curators and heritage managers. So just to finish here, I'll leave this up for a few seconds. I have some recommended reading. This is the articles that I've referred to during this short presentation, but do feel free to look them up and read further about this. Thank you.